Alright, everything's looking good, and yeah, I fixed the weird volume shit. Like, I didn't know I had the issue until, I was working on shorts the other day. But anyway, yeah. Hi, I'm Shade Raven Black, aka Shade Black's Gremlin. As a reminder, my contest stuff for kids that goes like a sailor. Anyway, welcome. I'm gonna launch Sonic Rumble right away, so you guys aren't waiting on me. But, yeah, I think I'm getting better at this. It's just when I was, like, cleaning my mic, like, a while back, I think I accidentally fucked up the dial that adjusts my mic volume, which I think is a little odd, but I think I got it in a good place. So, alright. Let's go ahead and claim the shit. But yeah, by the way, it's gonna pick up a lot more shit, including me pressing buttons and my squeaking of the chair, but it'll be fun. I'm also going to be getting back into Ratchet and Clank. I'll also redo Hell Yeah, Rise of Dead Rabbit. I mean, I suspect, Subnautica had, like, the low audio issues too, but at least with that game, the OST, it's not loud at all, so I'll just keep it as is and progress on that when I get that one stop motion shit, like, made. So, anyway, I hope everyone's been well. But I'm thinking after this stream, I'm gonna try to get back to progressing on Sonic Adventure DX. But that's if I'm able to complete Sonic's mission. So that's maybe has to do. So essentially, if I'm able to, the video will be up. If I'm not able to, then it's gonna have to wait. Of course, it depends how hard and how long I fucking try, like, over and over again. Alright, let's start off with some Party Rumble. We gotta do 2 today. 150%. Got it. We got this. Positioning myself. Alright, let's go. Well, we're gonna have to try this again. It's no problem. Be another good. I ain't sweating. Let's go. Although I do have some good news. I don't know if I already shared it or not, but I got the Wii ROMs working on the Nintendo Wii with the portable hard drive, so it's been fully hacked. And we will be exploring homebrew in the future, because I want to show you guys a whole world of homebrew and the modding of the consoles. It's fantastic. And I want to prove to you guys that the internet is not all bad nor all good. It's much bigger than social media apps like Instagram and Facebook. I consider YouTube a little different because at least it could be used as a tool. But yeah, there's websites that still exist you go to. Like I've started going to sonicstadium.org for my Sonic news instead of Instagram, because it just kind of gets tiresome, like when you're trying to get something from Instagram, do a million different things. You know, it's just easy to type anything and just get off, but it's like... Of course it depends on our algorithm. Absolutely. Sometimes I just want to get what I want and just be done. So, yeah, if you guys ever want to just look for specific news from specific places, check to see if said places have websites and experiment. Go out there. You don't have to doom scroll to find the shit. That's what I fucking did. Like, it's one thing if you're doom scrolling for fun. It's another thing if you're just, you know, not knowing what to do with yourself, you know? And I just want you guys to have a healthier mindset about it and be able to use the internet and your devices efficiently. It's not about the hours you spend on it, it's about what you're doing on them. If you're going to be spending many hours on technology, make it some of the best goddamn hours of your life. Shit, invite a friend, invite a family member, and do it together. Maybe hit the beach on a good day or something. Not wrong with that. Alright. Awesome. We got it. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about playing Sonic Heroes on the PS2. I know technically PS2 version is the worst version of it, but I got that in modded memory card. I'm only thinking about it. I don't have any PS2 ROMs on there. I only have PS1 ROMs. But it's just a future idea. I may just stick with Spyro and Crash, like the PS1 versions, like for the time being. Suck it, please. Gosh. I'm kind of thinking about changing Rouge to Knights after this. I think I'm gonna do that. Like, it's nice to give Rouge some love, because I really do think people shit on her too much for being too quote-unquote sexualized. Yeah, people who say that don't understand her character. Like, yeah, she's feminine, but she's also more than her looks. She's a capable fighter, she's a jewel thief, and she's a loyal friend to Shadow Hedgehog and Omega. Like, she's a good ally to have. She's a treasure hunter also. And she was also a spy in the her debut, like in Sonic Adventure 2 battle. But, you know, people like that will shit on Rouge, but forget the fact that, the Great Fairies and Legends of the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, like the originals, they were butt-ass fucking naked with leaves covering them. I don't really have any problem with that, because, that's typical fairy shit, and they're covered in leaves, but goddamn their faces. They're just like, whoa! Yeah, but I don't know, it's just virtual signaling at the end of the day. Like, every reasonable person knows that both women or men are people, and treat them with respect unless they're, you know, a bad person. It's just simple. I just think, you know, trying to censor women is also objectifying them. Because you're like, it's saying, you know, women have to be one way or the other, like in the extreme direction. You're not really treating women as people. You're saying they should be this way and that way. And that's like the point I'm getting at with Rouge the Bat. Because by censoring her, you're objectifying her. You're saying that she's not allowed to be feminine. Yes, I'm mispronouncing some shit, but get over it. But, you know, my point stands. Well, sexy women exist. Women with big boobs exist. All types of women with body types exist, and so do men. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just being able to tell what's real and fake. It's important. And yeah, the truth is sex sells. But also, you know what sells? Good writing. Good character design. It's just... Sorry, that's just what I feel. I just think this gender war nonsense is ridiculous, and we should move on with our lives and let the artists make what they want. And just leave it at that. Of course, there'll be some people be like, "Oh, but what about the artists that make pedophilic porn?" I'm like, ugh. Yeah, just burn them, okay? Burn them. I just don't want to be that one stickler saying that. It's just, yeah, I don't approve of that at all. That's just nasty. I mean, you know, let the artists make what they want within reason, okay? Like, you're allowed to make adult sexy women and adult sexy men. Alright? I still find it nuts that we're having this discussion in the 2020s. Oh, I forgot to change the... It's fine. You know what? I'm gonna change the nights, and I'll play as nights in the next stream. So, it's all good. Like, nights, for example, is basically represents the feminine and the masculinity in dreams. Because all humans have that. Nights was designed that way for, you know, dream theory, and so the player can decide whether Knights is male or female. Like, it's up to the player. I always thought that was so cool. Knights' character design's successful. Because, you know, it serves its purpose, and it fits well with the story. There's no tits on Knights, by the way. And there are a lot of men in the Knights community that identify Knights as a she. And obviously, you know, the Naru want a goon tonight, but honestly, I don't care. Just goon responsibly. You know, every adult's a gooner to some degree. If you have some kind of addiction to it, then, you know, go seek some help. Maybe ask yourself the tough questions of you know, why you're doing it so much and if you're running away from something, but this is why, you know, therapy is very important. Yeah, I started a bit because I'm trying to find the right words to say, because, like, yeah, you know, I should, you know, acknowledge that an excessive amount is a problem. Because I'm just like, eh. But, you know, there's some people that are able to do an excessive amount and be very productive, so that's, you know, their choice. But if it inhibits their life and makes them avoid responsibilities, then, you know, I suggest some therapy. Dr. K from Healthy Gamer will be a perfect guy to talk to. He covers the men's mental health. I know there'll be some women out there that's like, well, what about women's mental health? I'm like, yeah, I mean, mental health is important in general. We have a lot of tools as women, and yeah, we still need a lot of help. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of areas where we still need help. But the fact of the matter is that men, in some ways, have it harder. Like, it just depends which areas and the type of person you are and the cards you've been dealt with in life, basically. Because it should be a contest about who has it worse, because that's kind of a jackass thing to say. It really is. But we have to acknowledge that both genders, have their struggles. And men, need more tools for mental health. So, like, think about it. Why are there so many incels? It's because the system had failed a lot of men that needed help. They were laughed at and mocked, and were probably emotionally and mentally destroyed by a toxic woman, unfortunately, or a family member. This is why I advocate for better mental health system. So that way, they don't go down a toxic rabbit hole and basically become the worst versions of themselves, because we want them to be the best versions of themselves, and I want that for women as well. And not go down a toxic rabbit hole of the toxic side of feminism. Because real feminism should be about uplifting women, looking out for other women, allowing women to choose who they want to be, as long as they're being a good person, and for actual equality. And yes, the men in the audience, and some of the women in the audience, we have our biological differences, okay? I just mean we're people. If a woman wants to work in construction, let her. Let her work with her fellow men looking after her. Just none of that, oh, I don't need no man. I mean, I think that itself is toxic. If you don't want, to date anybody, that's perfectly fine. But everybody needs somebody, even as a friend. That's just a fact of life. And yeah, some people are able to live the hermit life, and that's fine if you're happy. Like, I'm not gonna destroy your happiness, just as long as you're not hurting anybody. Just cool, I mean, I mod game consoles and collect them, and I collect a variety of collector's items, like Godzilla merch and Sonic the Hedgehog merch. Also got some Ren and Stimpy shit over here, but that's besides the point. But I also go through my stuff every now and then, and I do one day want to donate them to anybody who wants them. Although, just keep in mind, if a kid wants them, I'm going to be giving it to a kid first, because I'd rather pass on to the next generation and let kids, enjoy the things that I've enjoyed. Versus, an older adult who already has a good paying job and a million things. But that's just me. But I think I'm gonna wrap things up with Party Rumble. Actually, in a second, let's see what we got here. Sweet. Alright. This chair fucking squeaky. But But, you know, the thing about me is I just try to be a good person, and everyone has their asshole moment and good moments. It's in all of us. We also have a dumbass moment. And we have our smart moments. It's just part of being human. We live and we learn. And there are those that refuse to learn or not understand what the lesson is supposed to be learned and just repeat the same mistakes. And that's just what happens sometimes. Just all about, like, how you react, who you choose to be, and what your actions say about you. Because remember, we can learn and grow as human beings at any given time, as long as we're alive. Never wait till the last minute to do so. Sweet. Okay, let's go ahead and change this ahead of time because I will forget. Alright, Knights, you're up. We're gonna change this. Beautiful. I wish I had the original Into Dreams design instead of Journey of Dreams, but Knight's Love is Knight's Love, so. Alright guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching my stream/videos. I appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe if there are any games you want me to play. Any drawings you want me to draw in a future drawing stream, let me know down in the comments below. And please remember to be the best versions of yourselves and respect one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Alright, bye-bye.